What's up, everybody? Alright, so we got the tier maker here, and this is the Apex Legends weapons. This is before the escape update, so we're gonna be looking at what I think the weapons are, where they belong, before we end up seeing the new improvements for some of the weapons, and before we start seeing new weapons coming through as well. Because there's some of these weapons are gonna be coming out of the care package, and there's gonna be ones going in which are gonna be getting like way more, way more stronger and shit, so that's gonna be fun to see. But yeah, let's get right into this because there is a lot of weapons to go through. All right, first off, we have the R99. There are some cases where this gun just shreds people, and then there's other cases where I miss every single shot, and for that I think it deserves a B. Like, if you're good at shooting, this gun is amazing, but for me it's a B, because it's hit or miss with me. I'm either doing very, very good with it or very, very bad, so I believe a B is a good spot for it. 30-30 repeater. I think this gun is terrible. I barely ever use this gun. I use it when I have to. Even when I have it, I feel like I'm not gonna win the gun game there. I usually lose half the time with it, so I mean it's terrible. I hate it. Terrible weapon. Moving on, we have the devotion. I don't use it that much, to be honest. I think the devotion is good. It shreds when you need it. It uses a lot of ammo. It's definitely not S, definitely not A. For me, it's between B and C. If it has all the hop-ups on it and like everything else that it needs, it's a B. But if we're talking like just right off the back, I'm putting it at C. RE45. RE45 is either an S or A. What do you guys think? Yo, Ghost, how we doing today, man? Yeah, when it comes down to the RE45 though, I'm stuck between S and A. I love this gun. It's really accurate. I know how to use it precisely. I've used it in a lot of different situations very, very well. I think the only reason I'm going to put it in A tier is just because it's really only good early to mid game. Once you get to late game, it's not so good, especially when other people have like, purple or red shield or even gold. It's not as good during that, because you need a weapon that has a little bit more bullet exchange, a little bit higher like bullet penetration as well. So for obvious reasons, I'm gonna put it as an A. We have the Spitfire. Even before the Spitfire was that's an easy S for me. Even before the Spitfire was put into the vault, where it's amazing still. Even before it was put into the vault, I loved this weapon. I thought it was amazing. It was one of my favorite weapons to pick up. I thought it was one of the easiest weapons to get kills with. And that's why, they also put that into the vault, because I think it was because so many people were using it. It was too easy to get kills with, and because they also came out with the Rampage. So, I'm putting that at S. If you guys don't think so, let me know. I'll come in here, I see RE in an A and R9 and B. Listen. The R9 is B because you either hit all your shots or you're not hitting anything. Tell me what's wrong there. Next up, we got my triple take. I like the triple take. However, I don't like the way that they put the triple take into the vault. With like the sniper stock not the sniper stock, but the sniper scope that they put on it in the vault, it's just not good. I don't know if this would be A or B. I feel like triple take is, before it was put into the vault, I was using it quite a bit. I would pick it up, I'd use it. I'm gonna put it in B just because, when I get it out of the vault, I don't really use it that much. I don't find it like very, very useful. I don't really care too much for it, to be honest, anymore. Like, if I get it out of the vault, I usually don't even pick it up anymore. So that's where I'm standing at that. Bow check. This is an easy one. D. because I'm terrible at using it. It's one of the most difficult weapons to use for me, at least, because I can't hit shiz. Okay, here we go. I'm putting this at S. Listen, the charge rifle is one of my favorite weapons to use, especially when I have like a 6 to 8 times scope on it. I can go crazy with that. I can farm a lot of damage. That's how I got one of my first ever 2K damage games. So I'm definitely gonna put that in S tier. Remember this is all personal preference. This is what I believe where some of my guns would stand, how I stand with some weapons, and why I stand with the way I do with these weapons or said weapons. Next up, we got the Peacekeeper. I'm putting this at C. I'm not a huge Peacekeeper guy. I'm more of a Mastiff or even Evo. Mastiff is up next, but like, listen, Peacekeeper, I just don't use it as much. It used to be amazing the first few seasons when I used to play the game. I loved the Peacekeeper. It was cracked. When the Peacekeeper was in the vault, it was insane as well. I just don't feel like I'm hitting with it anymore. I feel like it's been nerfed too much, and it's just not as good as it used to be. Now, Mastiff is going to be insane, especially coming up in the next update. The Mastiff right now, I believe, is probably sitting at like a B tier for me. And I believe when it gets this next hop up, it's probably going to be maybe A tier, because you're going to be able to shoot twice pretty quickly. I believe we should just skip to the next shotgun. Where's the next one? The Evo. I'm going to put the Evo with the Mastiff as well. I believe it sits really, really well with that. And that's a safe place to put both the Mastiff and Evo. I just don't feel like the Peacekeeper is like as good. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you guys, where you guys are going to differentiate between me is like, I'm pretty sure you guys would probably have the Mastiff on C, and you guys would have the Peacekeeper with the Evo on B. And then you guys would probably also have the, actually, wait. I'm going to put the Evo as A. The Evo is cracked. Listen, the last game I was using the Evo, and I was, listen, when you hit stuff with the Evo, it's insane. It's insane. So I believe A is probably better. The Mastiff is so good. The Havoc is a C. Listen, I don't know, man. Listen, if you have the hop ups, if you have the hop up on the Havoc, you have a 2x sight, and you have the ammo and stuff for it, the Havoc is gonna shred people, and it's gonna do great, and it's gonna go where you want it to go. I would put it B. But if we're looking at these weapons without any hop ups, it would probably be C tier. The gun should be a D because 3030 bro check are both S. No shot. You're bugging if you think these are S tier. If these are S tier for you, you're cracked at the game. That's what it is, man. You're just insane at the game. Havoc, I guess we could put the Havoc. I don't know. It's either a C or B. I sort of want to put it on B, just because like it is a good weapon when you use it, but I just haven't been using it a lot. Havoc a B? That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna go B. That's a safe place for it. Next up we got the we have the Hemlock, and then we also have the Prowler. The Prowler is good if you hit your shots. I'm putting Prowler B. I'm putting Hemlock C. The reason behind this is I just don't feel like the Hemlock. I just don't like the way the Hemlock. I don't know what it is about the Hemlock. I just don't like it. But the Prowler is sort of similar to the Hemlock, but I feel like I do better with the Prowler. I like the Prowler. The hipfire with the Prowler feels a little bit better. And then the Hemlock, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me. It just doesn't hit, and it's just not my thing. Listen, it looks like there's a lot of guns here. A lot of them are just like reruns of some of them. We got the P2020. I'm putting the P2020 in D list. I don't think the P2020 is all that great. You know, it's good if you can hit your shots. I just it's not something I'm gonna keep long term. If I pick it up off the ground, I'm gonna use it real quick if I have to, but I'm gonna get rid of it as soon as I need to as well. G7 Scout. I'm putting the G7. G7 is either C or B right now, bro. There's no way it's an A or an S. C or B, bro. What P2020 is S? Oh yeah. EVA 8 is S tier. I'd say A. There's no shot. G7 is not an A. No shot. As for G7, no. You guys are bugging, bro. Listen, I'm putting it at C for one reason only. Until it gets the hop up back, it's not going to be as deadly as some other weapons. A lot of people are not going to be rocking a G7 Scout unless they have to. Now, next season, we're going to be seeing this have a hop up on it, the double tap like we've seen before. I'm excited to see that again because that shreds people. And I could see this gun easily going from a C to either an A or an S very easily. Next up, we have the... We're going to go with Alternator. I'm putting Alternator at an A. Easy A. Could be an S. With the way that it's in the vault right now, it is definitely an S tier weapon. Actually, I'm putting it S tier. I love this weapon. I loved it before it even went into the vault and got the rounds it has on. This gun is beautiful. It shreds close range. If you hit him long range, it's shredding. The gun's amazing. I love it, especially end game. The gun's beautiful. Next up, we have the Rampage. I think the Rampage. It's I don't know. It's C or B, bro. C or B. If it's a gold Rampage, it's a B. If it's baseline Rampage, it's a C. Rampage B. I feel like it's B if it's gold. If it's gold, it has everything it needs. You know, if you have like a thermite, you're golden, bro. I guess if you pick it up off bat, you're picking it up, you just drop, pick it up, get a thermite, and then you're going, you cook the thermite in it, you go, you shred some. I can see that being a B. Listen, I can see that being a B, especially early game. It could be super, super helpful. I feel like that's a good place for it. Now, next up, we have the Kraber. The Kraber to me is easily an S tier weapon, bro. It's gonna be an S tier weapon for everybody. If the Kraber is not an S tier weapon for somebody, they are bugging, bro. No shot that's not an S tier weapon. That thing is broken, especially if you can hit your shots. I don't know if I should drop the Spitfire down to an A. I feel like I'm dropping the Spitfire down to A. It's a good weapon, but I just don't feel like it's as S tier as some of these. And like I have a couple other weapons that might be getting S tier as well. Next up we have the Alistar. Right now the Alistar is definitely an A tier weapon. Down to an A. Yes. Listen, the reason I dropped this down to an A is just because if you're not getting out of the vault, to make it like even like crazy, you do got to get a couple of the hop ups. It does go through ammo like insane. It is a good weapon, but it's a little bit slower, and I don't know. I just feel like it's better for an A position because I do have a couple other weapons that I think is going to be really perfect for an S tier position. And I feel like S tier position should be like for like the craziest of crazy weapons, and like the weapons that are just like obvious S tiers. The Alistar is A tier right now. Next season, the Alistar is going to be getting a lot of buffs, so it's not going to be anywhere near what it is right now. But right now, the Alistar is broken. Absolutely broken. Now, I don't know if the Alistar would be like an S tier right now, since it's like so overpowered, but I'm definitely going to keep it as an A tier right now. Next up, we have the Longbow. I don't use the Longbow a lot. I don't think it's all that good. It's also going to get nerfed next season. I'm putting it at a D just because I don't use it. I don't find it very useful. Usually if I do pick up a sniper, it's It's a different one, and you know, it's usually the charge rifle that I go with, or the, you know, a Sentinel, or the Kraber. All right, so then we got our favorite R301. R301 easily S tier. You basically just point where you want the bullets go to their target. It's beautiful, shreds. I don't think anyone's gonna object against that being an S tier weapon. We have the Volt. I believe the Volt is easily an A tier weapon. You could pick it up and just shred people right off back. I don't think it's an S tier weapon. I just don't think it, you know, it just doesn't, you know what, when I'm at endgame, and if I have a Volt, it's like, okay, but usually if I'm at endgame, I really want a flatline, an R301, or I want a flatline charge rifle. That's what I feel most comfortable with, and I just don't feel like a Volt's really gonna get me there. Flatline, I'm putting flatline S tier right now. I feel like the flatline, actually, I don't know. It could go A or S, to be honest. The flatline is great, but it's also not, like, amazing. S is a Volt. A longbow. Volt's not S. Dude, Volt is definitely not an S. I'm putting it at A. Now, flatline could be an S, but I don't know if it'd also be an A, just because, like, I don't know. It's a little bit slower than the R301, but it hits just as hard. It does hit hard, but I don't know. I feel like it could be easily an S tier weapon right here. I don't know what these guns are, so true. Hit different. Oh, you think I should do a food one, Derek? I don't even know why, like, half the food that'd probably be on there, you know? I mainly use Volt, like, it's good as fuck, but not as, yeah, like, I use the Volt too, like, early, mid-game for a bit, but if I could pick up either a flatline or a charge rifle, bro, that's my loadout, or even an R301, that's my loadout. I'm gonna keep the flatline S tier, just because I use it so much, I feel so good with it, and I just vibe with it. Next up, we have the Sentinel right here. I'm going to put the Sentinel in C, just because you could charge it up with a shield cell and just deplete somebody's shield completely and break it and hit them for a lot of damage. I'm not putting it at B just because I don't use it that much. It's not really a sniper that you see too heavily end game. If you do see a sniper end game, it's usually a charge rifle or even the Kraber. It's just, I usually don't see it end game, man. I don't see it used, like, a ton. Next up, we have Wingman. I believe Wingman is easily B tier. The reason I'm putting it B tier is because it could easily be A, S, C, or D, depending on the user. I'm not saying I'm great at the game, but I'm also not bad. And when I do hit my shots with the Wingman, it's insane. The Wingman does an insane amount of damage. It's a cracked out weapon. It's good if you can hit your shots, but there's also days where I can't hit anything. And that's when I'm in shambles, because I'm getting rocked by somebody else who has a faster firing rate weapon, which in my case, I'm putting it at B. But if you're really good at the game, you're good at movement, you're good at, you know, strafing, you're good at shooting, it's definitely S tier for you. These are just reruns of some of the weapons here. Let me see here. What have we not done yet? Okay, so here we go. We have the Mozambique. Enough said. So that was our tier list. If you guys had any debates against any of the weapons that I decided to put in any of my tiers, please let me know down in the comments below. I'm sure some of you guys will debate against, you know, some of the shotguns, or maybe where I placed the Wingman, as I saw one of you guys in chat did not like that one, or even the Hemlock. Listen, these are where I think I stand with most of the weapons. We're going to see what happens in next update, where I believe some of these weapons are going to end up, you know, flip-flopping, going to different spots, stuff like that. So I'm excited to see what happens there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. And don't forget to comment down below why you guys are disappointed with my tier list here. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace and love.